So my hair has been getting more thicker. Obviously I have some white hair, but my hairline has gotten so much better. It's improved. I definitely see some new hair growth, like right over here. This is my hair. I don't really have much product in it. All I have is a little bit of oil on the ends. I'll give you guys some tips on how to get new hair growth. Especially if you're struggling with thin hair. So I've gotten new hair growth from hair oiling. Hair oiling has worked for me. And I'm going to give you guys some tips on what to do when you are oiling your hair so that way you oil it the right way and you see some results. Do take a while. It's not like your hair is going to grow automatically. Rush to see results, but they will come as long as you're consistent and you do it the proper way. Things that I use is a really thin comb and I go over it on my scalp. I basically just comb my hair from the front all the way to the back. And I do this because it stimulates my scalp. Okay, you're gonna feel your scalp kind of wake up. You could get it wherever. I mean, seriously, you could get it at like the dollar store. Especially if you don't want to massage your scalp, this is a good way to kind of wake your scalp up and be ready for hair oiling. If you look at my previous videos, my hairline has improved so much more. I definitely see some new hair growth. Rosemary hair oil, and I use it straight on my scalp. I know we're not supposed to. Some people say that. If it's too strong for you, you can always mix it with another carrier. I really just use a little bit I have in the pipette, and all I do is just put it just a little bit on my scalp, literally directly on my scalp. And guess what? Because I use the comb, I can feel the oil touch my scalp because it kind of woke it up. You put the oil on your scalp, you want to make sure it's on your scalp. You should feel the temperature of the oil. It should feel nice and cool on your scalp. And that's how you know that you're putting it on the right spot. Obviously, try to get your entire scalp if you can. Don't use too much oil, but then also don't use too little as well. You want to make sure that you're giving it the right amount. And then I'm going to show you guys how to do like a little massage. Now, if you don't want to put straight rosemary oil on your scalp, you can mix it with like an argan oil. That's what I do sometimes too. So I'm still kind of getting the oil all over my scalp right now. If you wanted to put the oil on your fingers and then touch your scalp with it, that's fine too. I find that using the little pipette is so much better for me because I'm going to do a scalp massage after anyway. So I'm going to be using my fingers to kind of massage that oil in. And I've been doing this for about like 9 months now, oiling consistently, like once a week to twice a week sometimes. And I'll leave it in for about anywhere from 4 hours to 12 hours, depending on what I'm doing that day. If that's too much, you can also just leave it in for 3 hours and wash it out. That's perfectly fine too. But the oil should definitely be on the scalp for at least a minimum of 3 hours to see any results, just because it needs to be absorbed. Now, when you're massaging your scalp, you kind of want to grab your scalp and you want to make sure that you're massaging your scalp and not your hair. So when you grab your scalp, you just kind of like move it up and down, right? And that's what you're doing. You're not rubbing. You're not going to be like rubbing your scalp like that because this is just going to be moving the roots of your hair. You really want to get in there, grab your scalp, and kind of move it back and forth, almost as like the whole scalp is getting moved back and forth. And that's how you want to massage. And also you want to make sure that the oil is being spread all over your scalp. So the massage should be nice and slow, with slow movements rather than quick and fast. You don't have to massage for long. You can massage for literally like 5 minutes and that will be good enough. And you have to massage your scalp. It's so important after you oil. Like I said, even if you do it for 5 minutes, it has to be done because it helps stimulate your scalp, which brings blood flow and it helps absorb the oil. So that's gonna stimulate some new hair growth. My hair is so much more softer, it's so much more shinier, it has less split, and I'm seeing new hair growth, which I love. You wanna oil your ends too. You don't wanna forget about your ends because those are important as well. So before the ends though, I'm not gonna use rosemary oil, I'm gonna use argan oil. But I find that brushing it makes the oil that I'm going to put on my ends spread more evenly. When I oil my ends, I just grab the oil and I put a few drops on my palm and I just rub it in. And then I just make sure I get everything, that's all. This is how my hair looks after it's been oiled. It's not too oily, but there is some oil in there. You don't want it to be dripping wet. And after this, I'll just put it in a braid.